Hi everyone, welcome out to my channel. Today we're gonna play the Sunset Grove, another Yandere game found on itch.io about us going to a small village to go for a little vacation that might not be what it seems. Let's begin. Warning, this game is 18 plus. No one under the age of 18 is allowed to play or view the game. This game contains implied situations, extreme graphic violence, and body horror that's not suitable for people under the age of 18. This game is 18 plus. Trigger warning. This game contains gore, body horror, torture, heavy demonic themes, imprisonment, disembowelment, and abusive certain stuff that is certain abusive stuff. This game contains many unpleasant themes that can be triggered to some. Do not play or any of these themes disturb or upset you. What's your name? Ryan. The volume in this game can be loud. Please adjust music and sound effects settings accordingly. This game is very serious and just for fun, so please be mindful of that when you're playing. Things in my life have taken a turn for the better, and it finally feels like everything that I've been working my butt off for is finally paying off. Getting a job, making way more money than I could ever thought I could. I thought everything was good, even great even. But usually there's a catch to all these things. My doctor sighed as he rubbed his dimples. Ryan, I'm going to be straightforward with you. Your sleep schedule, stress levels, and overall hyperactive paranoia is dangerously concerning. Have you been taking your anxiety medication and melatonin? What kind of doctors describes melatonin? Plus, sleep schedule depends on when you take it, and if you've been doing something like watching TV or on the computer before bed. And how long? Yes, I've been, Doc. I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong here. Well, have there been any recent changes in your life? Yeah, I recently got a new job and the hours increased. Then that's your problem. You're burning out. When was the last time you took a vacation? I think about 1.5 years ago. It's like 1.5 is nothing. You need a vacation, Vian. Take a week off, turn off your phone, relax, and that's doctor's orders. So don't try to find a way out of it. I need a doctor's note. Geez, he really said that? Yeah, he even wrote me a prescription for 1 or 2 weeks off work. I'm just not sure if I can. I've been working my butt off to get this opportunity. I can't just take a vacation. A prescription? What a quack. Come on, Ryan. Don't be such a stick in the mud. Take some time off. Chillax. Maybe meet some hunks. You're nuts, Jamie. Why don't you come to Cabo with me? It'll be fun, like old times. Sorry, Jamie. As nice as it sounds, I don't think I could keep up with the amount of partying you do. My energy isn't what it used to be. No, my energy's never been that good with partying. You're making yourself sound like you're older than you are again. The big 30 is still youthful. To you, you rolled your eyes. Well, suit yourself. If you ever change your mind, tell me so I can nab you an early flight. Ooh, the pool's open. Got to go. There was a splash in the background. Crap, my phone. Hey, watch out, you're... Jamie cut out. He sighed. You knew you had to take a break, but you couldn't help but feel anxious about missing your work for something you thought you didn't really need. Just as you were about to set your phone aside, it buzzed again. Oh, is it Jamie again? Hey, I forgot to tell you about this really cool place called Sunlit Grove. It's a bed and breakfast place near the countryside. I think it would help you relax. Sunlit Grove. What the heck is that? It sounds like Stardew Valley. Looking up at the place on Google Maps, you found nothing. You type a reply. Jamie, that place doesn't exist. Jamie sent you a map and a website. It's not a popular, so it's hard to find. But I've been there before. It's a really beautiful place. Trust me, you love it. Give it a chance for me, YN. Smiley face. Okay, first of all, I think even the places that only have like a couple people are still on the map. Somehow. Okay, I'll check it out. You open up a website, not really sure what you were expecting to see. Sunlit Grove has been completely self-sustaining for over 220 years. 120 years. Enjoy your vast property. Delicious home-cooked meals. Calming atmosphere. Our town is soon to celebrate our 110th Harvest Festival, so be sure to stick around for the festivities. Rules: we can only house one guest at a time, not disturb the experience. Please park your car outside the town, as to not disturb the wildlife. Our locals like to be private, so no posting photos online. One thing, the one red flag is one guess at a time, and brain goes Harvest Festival. I watched way too much Supernatural and stuff, and plus the wording. Yes, my Supernatural and Buffy radars like going off like. This will be the red flag, not the Yandere. Sunlit Grove, a relaxing treat. Enjoy the warm, fresh water lake, fast hiking trails, home cooked meals, and a quiet town. It sounds relaxing, kind of more like a boring if you were being honest. Not being boring. It's giving me Can I call Sam and Dean to stay out there near my car? I can go get a camper. It's like, okay guys, you stay there. Oh, looked like there's a festival happening at the place soon. You search around more for the information on the website. Celebrate our self-sustaining town. It's 110th Harvest Festival. So it happened a little bit more, 10 or more years prior than it being founded. Self-sustaining, I guess that's kind of cool. Your thumb hovers over the booking button. It's not like there would be any risk going to a place surrounded by nature, and it's been a while since you've been out of the city. Left the locals, they're weird. I haven't really been that far out of the city, out into the country. Okay, maybe another day. You sat down on your phone. You set your phone on your bed. You set your phone on the bed. On your bed. I'll just have my vacation right now. I'll just have my vacation here. Vacation right here. You flop down on your little spiny chair and turn on your TV. My butt isn't leaving this chair until I watched all my new romance drama. Ending 1. You vegged out all week. For all seriousness, what's now book a visit? In the spur of the moment, you clicked a booking for the next week. For only 4 days, right before they were having the festival. You weren't really much of a celebration person. Oh God, I did it! You felt your heart jump in your chest. It's okay, Wyan. Jamie recommended this place. Besides, if anything seems off, I could just leave. It's not like I'm losing a ton of money anyways. It's like, me, like, I know it's gonna be off. I know, I read the warnings. You hopped into the bed, idly scrolling through the Sunlit Grove website one more time. Me opening my computer and play Stardew Valley instead. That house does look cozy, and the hostess seems like a really nice old lady. Or old woman, I mean. Usually, unsure, you text Jamie. Hey, do you know anything about the hostess? Jamie read your text immediately. Oh, the hostess is a sweetheart. The place has such a warm vibe. You love it. Wow, Jamie has never talked about people so highly. There's something. So it's deep in your gut, you felt something off in Jamie's last message, but you couldn't tell if it was just from overthinking it. Oh, there's something off. It's a cult. Did Jamie get in the cult? Going to use some of your vacation days, and the weeks leading up to your fateful vacation were filled with the brim with work that you piled onto yourself. In hindsight, it didn't really seem like a good idea to burn yourself out even more than you have been, but you were going on a week-long trip away from everything, so maybe it was good to get in one last bout of work. Oh God, why did this place have to be so far away? Been traveling non-stop for 3 hours. At some point, the GPS took you down a dirt road that seemed endless. There's my first issue. No, it wasn't the GPS. Then again, if I don't wasn't a GPS, I'll end up in Canada. Actually, probably be a better idea. It was lost. It almost felt like you were going to the wrong way, but Jamie texted you that the dirt road leads you all the way there. How bad is the dirt road? Do you need 4-wheel drive to get through it? You arrived at your destination. Thinking that my truck might be able to handle the dirt road. As your car rolled to a stop, you rolled down your window to look at your surroundings. In front of you stretched a dirt road, bordered by the vast cornfield. I see the cornfield. I'm getting out of here. Your GPS and map showed you that this was indeed the location, but the lack of any visible buildings or town made you rethink. A sign stuck at the dirt caught your eye. Sunlit Grove, the way through the field. ... I'm getting some bad vibes already. Oh boy, this definitely looks like a horror scene. Like it's supposed to be horror, so yeah. You parked your car, a bit anxious to get out. But nervous to get out. You walked through the cornfield, holding your luggage in the air as to not to get dirt on it. You continued for about 10 minutes before you saw a path. Finally a path. Afternoon. She's missing an arm. As you let out a sigh of relief, you felt a gentle tap on your shoulder, causing you to let out a shrill scream. Ah! Turning around, he came face to face with an older woman. Ah, sorry for starting you. I was waiting for the person who booked the B&B. Is that you? Yeah, I was the one who booked the week stay here. Your heart raced. She scared the crap out of me. Nice to meet you. You're Iris, right? The hostess? That's right. Then you must be Paige. Oh, then you must be YN. You both shook your hands, and you couldn't help but sneak glances at her right arm, or lack thereof. It's like, it's rude to ask. We're not too far from the house. Would you like some help with your bag? Iris was soft-spoken, with a bit of southern drawl. Her eyes looked at you with such kindness, making you feel a bit at ease. No, it's all right. I got it. All right, then follow me. You followed Iris deeper and deeper into the cornfield. What? Was it not here? There? And she seemed just as lost as you were. Is everything okay, Iris? Yeah, it's just, golly, was it right or left? You have worse directions than I do. Your heart sped up even more. Suddenly, you were very aware of how vast the cornfield was, and how you couldn't see past it to find any sort of house. You heard something in the cornfield and you froze. Crap, my legs won't stop shaking. A voice echoed in the cornfield. Ma, you know you're not supposed to wander without Camden or me. There was a bit more running, then a man just popped out of the corn. He was breathing hard. Oh my goodness, you got me running all over this place, Ma. Maverick, didn't I tell you to go get the room ready? Oh, this is our Yandere. I did. I thought we agreed you tell me when you were wandering. We did? I don't recall. It's okay. Just remember for next time. Gosh, has my stamina really gone that down the hill? Maverick's gaze shifted to you, and you felt a flush creep up your neck. Who's this? This is the guest who's will be staying with us for next week. Oh, that's right. Sorry for not mentioning this sooner, Ryan. It slipped my mind. This is my son, Maverick. He and my other son are staying at the house for a while to help me. I hope he's a bother. You glance over to Maverick. He stood tall, his height being almost intimidating. His broad shoulders and muscles frame constructed his friendly face. His hair gone caught in the sun, making it light up the corn of the field. Wow, he looks good. You didn't really see a problem. The house had many rooms according to the website, so you don't doubt you see him often. Yeah, of course, no problem at all. The man grabbed your hand, pulling you closer to shake it. You could feel yourself blush. His face was so close to yours. It's nice to meet you, Ryan. And don't worry about me. I'll be planning for the festival, so I won't be in the way of your vacationing. Maverick's voice was peppy. His smile was so bright, it almost felt like he's radiating positive energy. I look so cute. Gee, it's so rare to get a city folk up here. Oh, where are my manners? Let me take your bag for you. I'm not really a city folk, but... Before you could protest, Maverick scooped up your bag in the arms, flashing you a warm smile. I mean, I live near a city that gets more small town vibes. Oh, thank you. Sorry for your little detour. The cornfield can get confusing. Maverick bent down to his mom's level, his voice barely audible. Ma, remember back home is right. Ma, remember back home is right. Then I laughed from the road. Iris chuckled softly, shaking her head. Oh, so me, I mixed the two up. I do that all the time. You kept walking up the dirt path, following Maverick and Iris closely. So why in? How did you hear about this place? Maverick tilted his head backwards towards you. Oh, I just heard about this place for a friend. She told me that it's beautiful here. Well, she ain't wrong. If you like, I could show you the direction of each of the hiking trails personally. Actually, that would be pretty nice. Thank you. Maverick kept chatting on about the sights in Sunlit Grove, and before you knew it, you were at the bed and breakfast. Here we are, home sweet home. The warm wind breezes past you, and as the sun lit up the grass like hay, making it shine like gold. A smell of the outside was different from the city, and you could already feel your stress wash away little by little. Wow, you have such a beautiful home, Iris. Iris smiled and patted Maverick's back. Thank you. We work so hard to keep the land looking its best. Maverick fell silent before he turned to you. I'm going to drop off your bags at your room. Leave you two alone. If you need anything, just give me a holler. Maverick took your bags inside the house, leaving you alone with Iris outside the house. Well, I guess I should start the tour. This is the main house. You can go anywhere you want on the land. However, the cellar is off limits. The barn? Iris pointed at the big red building. There's a lot of dangerous equipment in there. If you want to see the barn, just be careful. There's something in the cellar, then. Town is just 8 minutes walk from here. Just take the path from the door all the way into the town. Iris handed you a folded up map. This is for all the pathways. Don't go on hills. House, cellar, barn, off limits. Okay, off limits right here. 1.1 miles from their house. Cornfield is 2.2. Town. Okay, farming is off limits. Lake. So we'd have to go for the lake. The cornfield to get the lake. Heal 50 miles? It's like I'll ever go to that alone or otherwise. Like I'll ever go to that alone or otherwise. And that includes outside. Any questions? You shook her head. No, I'm all good. Great. Let me show you inside. Iris motioned for you to follow her into the house. This is the kitchen. I make you breakfast every morning, so you don't have to worry about that. But you're on your own for lunch and dinner. Got it. And where should I be? When should I be up for breakfast? Oh, whatever's fine, dear. It's usually done at 7:30, or whatever you want. If it'll be down, or whatever you want, it'll be down here for ya. Iris led you into the hallway. Room is third door on the right. Okay, so this is your room. There's a lock on the door and an outlet in the bathroom. And is right out in the front. And that concludes our tour. You smile at Iris. Thank you. I'll be sure to remember everything. Oops, I forgot to tell you. Iris held the little heater in the room. You need to remember to turn this on every night before bed, or it gets rather cold. And there is a small light that also should be turned on. It's very faint, so it won't worry. So don't worry about it messing up your sleep. Can we talk about the bed being way too big? Can Iris give a kid the bed? But The light keeps away the mosquitoes, and they are pesky, so don't forget to turn it on. You nod. You don't sleep much anyways, so it's not like the light would make my sleep any worse. Now, this is actually the end of the tour. I'll leave you alone here. Let you get settled in. If you need anything, I'll be in my room all the way in the back, and Maverick is usually in the barn or the cornfield. Okay, thank you again, Iris, for showing me around. It's no trouble at all. Thank you for staying with us. He waved goodbye to Iris as she closed the door to your room and leaving you alone. He lay on the bed. The mattress was pretty soft, feeling almost like it was made out of cloud. Humming, you look up the ceiling. This isn't bad at all. I should probably text Jamie that I got here safe though. Pulling on your phone, you were greeted by an unwelcome display of no service sign. What? No service? You check your Wi-Fi, but no servers were even there. Well, I guess I could use my phone. I can't use my phone this trip. At least Jamie knew where I was going anyways. I could probably try it in town. There's still a price bright outside. Maybe I should explore a bit. So we're gonna go into town because the cornfield is not done yet. So let's go to town. Iris did say it was only an 8-minute walk away. I probably should grab some dinner over there. You hopped up out of bed, rummaged through your bag, and grabbed your wallet. You walked up the rather small, old-timey looking town. Definitely looks old-timey. It looks like it has not been updated since the 1800s. There aren't that many people walking around the town. It's almost made it look deserted. Some passerbys and buyers looked over at you, whispering things under their breath. I guess I do look a little out of place here. The people whispering started to wave, flashing you big smiles. You awkwardly waved back. They probably saw me looking back at them. Oops. Or this the atmosphere. They didn't seem to be a lot of options for food, so you settled for the one closest to you. Food and tools. It's like, definitely a weird name. You walked up to the big window where it said to order, and you looked at the menu. The window opened, showing you an old man with a patch over his right eye. Howdy, what can I get for ya? What would you recommend? Well, can't go wrong with a club. How about I ring you up for one? Yeah? It's like, what club? Club sandwich? Yeah, sure, that sounds great. Be back in a jiff. The man closed the window, and in no time at all was back with a sandwich wrapped up in parchment. Pulling out your wallet, the man shook his head. On the house. No, sir, I couldn't possibly take this for free. You're not taking it. I'm giving it to you. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, nice quirk. It gives me supernatural vibes. Though, definitely there's a supernatural episode of Small Town, and them all being nice to people so they could, sacrifice them. The man smiled and waved at you as you walked away. That was nice. It was almost felt too nice. What's the catch? There's, was there a catch? Maybe the sandwich is known to be, for being bad. You hastily take a bite of the club. The veggies in the sandwich were fresh, so it felt like they were plucked from the garden this morning, and the meat was perfectly seasoned. This is amazing. He found a bench near the little shopping area. You sat down, eating your sandwich, feeling content. This is going to be good for me. A little town, nice people, fresh air. You couldn't think of a more relaxing place to spend your vacation at, and you made a mental note to thank Jamie later for her recommendation. You looked across the town, enjoying seeing all the very country aesthetic people walk by, until one guy spotted you and started walking towards you. You straightened up, your posture automatically, unsure why this guy was suddenly walking to you. And then your nose looks familiar. The man gave you what looked like a forced smile. Hey, this has to be the, Maverick's brother. His hands looked clammy. His face seemed almost panicked. Hi? You're the person from the city, yeah? You were unsure what to say. You felt tense in your seat. Yeah. I just got here a little over an hour ago. That's good. His breathing seemed heavy. You left something. Excuse me? You left something in the car. Grab it. I don't understand. What you mean? You're not understanding me. The man leaned down close to your ear. You froze. Go grab your thing that you left in the car, then drive. Crap, it might be already too late. The man looked at the clock tower. Crap. Well, I tried. Oh, he's trying to save us. The man shrugged and walked away from you. What the heck? I guess there's craziness no matter where you go. No. Everyone else is crazy. He's the one that most likely is like, get out. This is not a drill. This is a cult. Get out. You no longer felt at ease, yet you still sat in the same place and finished your club. Your mood was ruined, and you didn't really want to explore the town anymore. Sighing, you threw away the parchment paper and started to head back to the bed and breakfast. You closed the door to your room and checked your phone once again. I'm running a little low on battery. I should probably charge up my phone even if it has no service here. You rummaged around for your bag. Where is it? You shook your head. You shook your bag, but your charger was nowhere to be found. I guess I must have left it in my car. Remember what the man said. A horrible feeling set on your stomach. You didn't know why you felt so uneasy. I'll just grab my charger with my bag. It's still light outside. You stuff your bag with your stuff and slug it over your shoulder. Grabbing the map you threw on the bed, you walked outside. Back in the cornfield. Hopefully nothing attacks me. You pull out your map. Where the heck is the dirt road? I was saying that it was cornfield. I don't know. What did Maverick say again? Right, then left to get to the house. So left, then a right when we get back. We'll be back to the road again. Road right? You went down the left path, feeling confident about yourself. You were, in fact, unsure. You thought for sure you'd seen the dirt road with how many paths you walked on. The minutes churned into hours, and soon the sun set and the moon was high in the sky, and you were completely lost. You shivered. The only thing you could hear for miles was the sound of the corn rustling in the breeze. The flashlight on your phone was enough to light the way for you, and the small fireflies kept bumping into your leg and your face, making you feel more on edge. The wind was cold, and your face the wind was so cold on your face it made you shiver. I'm going to die out here, aren't I? You sank to the ground, trembling with fear. Tears prickled at the corners of your eyes as your mind raced with what ifs. Nothing was right now. Nothing was right right now. Why did I even want to go out here? Just for a stupid charger? You hit your face with your knees. Why the heck did I decide to come here? Oh, our friend. Your brain started to belittle and mock you for your stupidity. You could hear wrestling. You churned your legs tighter in frozen fear. Eternal desire, may the essence I crave come to me in light of the harvest moon. A voice eerie and sickening, sweet, pierced the darkness. You didn't know who was there. You didn't want to look up from your knee cocoon, afraid to see something that would further scare you. Huh, Wyan? A fair voice cut you through the wind. You casually raised your head. It was Maverick. What are you doing here, on the ground, on a night like this? Maverick's voice was laced with concern as he kneeled down to your level, placing a warm lantern near the both of you. Maverick waited for your response silently, but all you could do was slowly move your mouth, unable to even speak. Hey, it's okay. Did you get lost? Maverick's eyes peered into yours, his gaze filled with warmth. You nodded wordlessly, still unable to speak. It could get pretty scary out here in the field if you don't know your way around. Luckily, you have an expert to lead you back. Maverick gave you a light smile, clearly trying to lighten the mood. But you still couldn't say anything. You let out a small sigh. Oh man, you're pretty shaken up, aren't ya? We could wait here for a bit until you're ready. Maverick sat next to you, humming a tune to try to smooth your nerves. Your heart was still racing, chatting calm down like a mantra in your head. You didn't like the fact that someone was seeing you like this, especially someone that didn't know you very well. You know why, Ian? Hanging out with the corn stalks can be bad. Maverick leaned close to your ear and lowered his voice. They're such eavesdroppers. You know what they say? They're all ears. That's funny. Maverick smiled at you, waiting for your response. Sorry, was that joke confusing? Okay, that's even funnier because I just thought of yokai watch. There's literally a yokai and yokai watch free called cornfusing. Basically called cornfusing. What? Sorry if I'm being corny right now. Just trying to make some light of the corn dendrum. You stifle laugh. Okay, that's enough. I thought that was pretty amazing. You gave him an annoyed look. Okay, I'll stop now. How you feeling? You glanced at your feet and still felt a bit shaken, but you think you'll be alright. I'm fine now. Maverick stood up and held out his hand to you. You stood close to him as your eyes darted around the dark cornfield. Maverick picked up his lantern and your bag. He looked around while you both started to walk back. Well, no wonder you were so lost. You were halfway to the hills. You gave Maverick a quizzical look. You could tell from looking at the corn. Well, yeah, I lived here my whole life. Maverick pointed to the grass. See the fuzzy, almost brown, boom-like plant? That's pampas grass, which means you're getting closer to the hills. But when you see the longer, thinner grass, that means you're closer to the lake. Oh, well, that's good to know. Maverick fell silent. Ryan, why were you out here all by yourself with your bag? Oh, well, I left my charger in my car, so I wanted to get it before I lost my way. Well, next time, tell me when you want to go over there. The path is a bit confusing. He smiled and shook her head. It's okay. I don't really need my charger anyways. There's no service here. I hope I didn't get lost each time I go out here. Don't worry about that. I'll accompany you whenever you want to go if you're feeling a little squeamish about the trails. He gave Maverick a smile. Thanks, I really appreciate it. Before the two of you knew it, your conversation was cut short and you finally made it back to the house. Maverick led you to your room, not taking you out of his sight for even a second. Oh, because I'm gonna probably run away. Even the bed looks like it's too big for him. He breathed in a sigh, and he felt a little tired after today's events. He must be exhausted. Maverick knelt down to the heater and turned the small light on and the heat on. I hope you have a good rest of your night, Ryan. No more wandering, okay? Maverick spoke in a hushed, honey-like tone that made your face turn warm. Okay. But I'll see you in the morning. Before Maverick shut the door, he switched off the light. You threw your PJs and popped in some melatonin and went straight to bed, snuggling yourself up in the plush covers. It was a little cold here. It's a good thing Maverick turned on the heater for me. You smiled to yourself, thinking about how sweet of a guy Maverick was. And we know that other guy was probably his brother. The night you dreamt of Maverick's strong-looking arms cuddling you closely in the cold, vast cornfield. The sound of birds caught you. The sound of the birds through your walls, but woke you. You stretched your back. I feel so well rested. It must be noon by now. However, the clock on your wall told you a different story. 7:15? I guess that's kind of sleeping in. Getting your clothes on for a day, you walk to the kitchen to get your breakfast while it was freshly cooked. Maverick was sitting at the counter chewing on a banana. Someone else was across from him, newspaper covering his face. Morning, Ryan. I didn't expect you to be up so early. There's someone who'd I'd like you to meet. The man placed his newspaper down, and yes, this is Camden, my real brother, the one that warned us. Twin brother. Well, I'm 5 minutes older. I don't think that really counts, though. Well, that still doesn't make us any less of a twins. He went silent. Camden looked at you. Well, I mean, it is technically older, but by 5 minutes, but Camden looked at you. His look was sharp, which contrasted his forced smile. You both stared at each other, unblinkingly. Have you two met? Nope. Nice to meet you, Ryan. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Well, I better get going. Maverick, see you at 8, right? Yeah, don't worry, I remember. He's warning us because something's off. Camden left the table, drinking all his coffee in one go before opening the door. Oh, I'm not the best at reading people, but I felt some tension there. Not really tension. I know he was trying to warn us. Well, I kinda did meet him yesterday. Maverick scooted his chair closer to you, listening intently. Really? Did something bad happen? Did he say anything weird? Well, he told me I left something in my car, and that I should grab it and drive away. It was a little shocking. Maverick took a deep deep breath, and you wondered if you ticked him off. That little... He was trying to be a hero. I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm so sorry, Ryan. Camden is a little bit of a wackadoo. Okay, Camden is a little bit of a wacko. He likes to mess with people, try to scare them. I promise he won't bother you anymore. I have a feeling, Maverick, I have a feeling he's probably the sanest person here, most likely. With the warnings I have on that I had to read. He's probably the sanest. But you're Yandere, so I probably could, if I could date one, I'll probably date him. Maverick. But I don't think this one's actually a Tomo or a dating sib. That made you feel a little better, knowing that you wouldn't have to interact with him anymore. By the way, this is for you. Maverick pushed a plate of food in front of you. It's fresh toast and turkey bacon. Mom made it for you before she went back to sleep. Wow, this looks amazing. I'm glad you think so. He took a bite out of the sweet and fluffy French toast. It was so good. I need to thank Iris next time I see her. You know, I need to go to the lake today. I was planning on going alone, but if you're up for it, would you like to come with me? It's nice to have company. You wanted to see the lake anyways, and it would be nice to have Maverick guide you there. That sounds good. When do you plan on leaving? Right after I take care of some things with my brother. Take some care of things? What are you gonna do? If you're going to the lake with me, you need to see the sunset there. So I might as well get the stuff with him done and out of the way. I'll come and get you right after, okay? Okay, that sounds good. Then I'll see you soon. Maverick got up and head out the door, throwing his peel on the dirt outside. If this town's completely self-sustaining, why do they have bananas? But then again, why do I even know about gardening? Well, I do know about bananas, and I know that it would not be something that a rural countryside and town would be able to grow. It's tropical. You finish up your fresh toast, think about what to do until Maverick's hike. Like, it's not even I don't think anywhere, I don't even think. Yeah, it's like, I can't remember where they've grown. I guess I could just stay inside until he comes back. I doubt it'll take long for him to return, and maybe I could get some more sleep. Pulling your dirty dish in the sink, you walked back to your room. You lay down in your bed, staring at the ceiling. Good God, I wish I had a charger. I could watch one of my download movies. Look for something to do in this room. He looked around the room. There wasn't really much to do here, except for the drawers. He opened them to find free books. There was no cover art, no offer, just free books with titles. Curiosity crawled at you, unsure if you were even allowed to read them. Both are in the room, so probably. I doubt they would mind. They probably left them here for me to see. All the books looked fairly long, at least long enough for Maverick until Maverick got back. But which one to read? Summer Nights, Sunlit Angel, Cold Breeze. Let's go with the Sunlit Angel. He picked up the book, The Sunlit Angel. He laid on your stomach and propped the book up with your pillows. The place on a hill, the sunlight hits its peak, so effortlessly causing the flora to light up. Legend says if you walk up the hill right at the sun's rise, you see the sunlit angel, who will grant you one wish. A young local farmer, lovely, with a crop depicted after a drought, sought out the angel to make a wish. The young farmer walked up the hill one night. Finally, when the sun lit the peak, he got down on his knees. Angel, angel, hear my prayer, he cried. My crops are gone. The townspeople are far too starving. To help me, I need the soil to be rich again, to bring back the fruitfulness of my land. Is that what you truly seek? The farmer nodded, and Angel hummed, lowering his head. Everything comes to praise, young farmer. Name it. I'll bring it to you, please. These people are starving. The angel chuckled. I'm sitting up here only to show myself every sunrise. All I could ever ask is to be part of your own town. Then I promise your crop will flourish. The farmer was shocked. Of course, Angel. Well, we're not. We are not having much. We still will need to have room for your light. What a strange story. You felt like you were really no point to the story. The farmer and the town people got their crop, and the angel's light got to touch their land, not only the hill. How boring. When ready to go? I think it also makes me go cold. Maverick is done helping his bird already? That was kind of fast. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see the bird again, though. Open the door, you're greeted by Maverick's bright smile. That didn't take too long. What were you doing with Camden? Just helping him move some cattle to slaughter. He's going to be working on that the rest of the week, so don't worry about seeing him around. Yeah, I don't think he is. I think he's R.I.P. You let outside leave. Thank you, Maverick. That makes me feel a lot better. Well, let's get going. We don't want it to get dark. Maverick opened the door, motioning you to go first. You step out of your room, seeing a pretty big sack on the floor. Maverick, what's with the bag? Oh, that's a thing I needed to do at the lake. Some harvest festival preparations. If you want to help me set it up. Are you gonna throw in the lake? Because I have a feeling you're gonna throw in the lake. Sure. I have to warn you though, if you need help lifting things, I might not be the best fit. Maverick threw the bag over her shoulder. I have a feeling there's something in the bag that we should. Maverick walked confidently through the corn as you followed. So how far is the lake? Not too far. If we keep walking like this, it should only take us an hour. He tried not to groan. An hour walk in the corn. This lake better be worth it. So, Wyan, what's it like where you're from? Well, I currently live in an apartment and I live in the city near here. Well, the city, I always wonder what it's like in a place like that. Ma says it's always busy there. You never been to the city? Nope, been here all my life. Never really felt the need to leave anyways. Everything I need is here. Really? You never want to travel or visit a family outside Sunlit Grove? Maverick shook his head. The only family I have is Ma and Camden. My pa died before Camden and I were born, so I'm not too sure about his family, and traveling seems like such a hassle. Well, if you ever change your mind, I'll be happy to show you around if you're near the city. You know, Wyan, I might just take you up on that offer one day. Your conversation went silent, and time seemed to pass by slowly as you and Maverick walked. Gonna ask, tell me about the Harvest Festival. You want to know about the Harvest Festival? Yeah, I'm going to miss it just in just a few days. So I'm a little curious. Shoot, you're going to miss it? Man, that's terrible luck. The Harvest Festival every year commemorating the year's harvest. However, this year it's special. Our harvest date happens right when the full moon will come out. We call it the harvest moon. It's supposed to mean good fortune in the next harvest, but in reality, all we do is just cook more food. Sounds fun. Must be really pretty important to you since you're setting up for it so early. Yeah, well, usually when there's a harvest moon, everyone in town chooses a planner, and this year it was either going to be me or Camden. And Maverick's hands start to shake a bit. I'd much rather it'd be me than him. Usually there's another planner, but no one really offered to help me yet. Maverick let out a long sigh. He fidgeted with the hem of your shirt, a bit thinking. Maverick does seem to have a lot on his plate. With the Harvest Festival, maybe I could help out, at least a little bit. Well, if no one's helping you, maybe I could. I couldn't help out the actual festival, but the days leading up to it, I could help set up. Really? You do that for me? Even on your vacation? Yeah, it's not really a big deal. I didn't really have any plans anyways. Maverick stopped in his tracks and pulled you into a tight hug. Well, aren't you just the sweetest? Gosh, this is going to be the best harvest ever with your help. Maverick, you're squeezing my ribs. Oops, sorry. Maverick released you. I guess you're the new harvest planner. I'll just let you know if I ever need any help with anything. The task shouldn't be too difficult. I'll be sure to reward you as well. With what? Your face warmed reward? Not to brag, but I make the best sourdough bread in town. Before you leave, I'll make sure to give you a loaf to thank you for helping me. I really need to get my mind out of the gutter. No, mine was in the gutter. I was going, what are they gonna do to me? What are they gonna do to me? Can't wait to try it. We're here. Oh god, Maverick, this place is gorgeous. The sun touched down to the swaying grass, riding up the warm golden hues. Yeah, it's one of my favorite places to visit on the property. Maverick took a deep breath in and closed his eyes. Do you hear it, Wyan? Yeah, hear what? The still water, the frogs, the grass swaying. Your eyes can only give you a glimpse, but your ears, they can paint you a picture of every little detail. Looking over to Maverick, you take a deep breath in and close your eyes. There was a rustling in the grass, the croak of a frog, the chirp of grasshopper. Yeah, this is it. This is really kind of nice. Wyan, look. A deer. Maverick put a finger to his lips. Shh, we don't want to scare him. You stare in marvel at the deer slowly chewing the grass, staring you down. I think he's giving me the stink eye. No, he's just saying hello. Wow, what beauty. You look great on my wall, wouldn't ya? It gave Maverick a glare. I'm joking. Don't give me that look. I will. The deer, quickly as it came, scrambled away. You scared away with that wall comment. What? Not my fault. He'll make a great trophy. I take it you're a hunter then? Yeah. I haven't been hunting much recently since I have to prepare for the festival and all. It's like, I think I need a different kind of hunter though. I'll take you with me one day to show you off my tracking skills. I don't think a week is enough time to go hunting with the festival and all. I guess you're right. Oh, speaking of the festival, I have a very first job for you. Maverick handed you 2 baskets of dried baby pomegranates. We need to decorate the lake with them. There isn't an exact way we should do it, as long as all the pomegranates are used. We have any sort of meaning for the festival? Maverick hummed. They mean rebirth. I guess now I know a new fruit fact. Decorating the place with little dried pomegranates was harder than you thought. It took you and Maverick over an hour to get through one basket. By the time you're done, the sun was already starting to set. Phew, finally done. Thank you for helping me out. Thank you for your help. Thanks for your help, Wyan. That would take me forever if I was by myself. Don't mention it. I definitely can't do a southern accent for him. You look around the lake, trying to see the decor you worked so hard on. Wow, the pomegranates are so small, I could barely see any decoration. Yeah, I think it's silly too, but we have to keep up with the tradition. And look! Maverick pointed to the sunset. We stayed long enough to see the sunset. Just when you thought the place couldn't get more beautiful, it surprised you again. It's so golden. If only I had my phone with me to take a picture. We better start heading back before it gets too dark. Maverick picked up the basket and gave you a light pat on the shoulder. Thanks for coming with me, Wyan. Not just for your help, but for keeping me company. Maverick hesitated for a moment before gently taking your hand, his fingers brushing against yours. Your heart begins to race. You usually don't let someone you just met 2 days ago touch you, but something about this felt right. I was a bit worried when you came here. I didn't know what to expect, but I'm really glad. You're such a good person, Wyan. I don't know how you feel about me yet, but I can honestly say, even having known you for such a short time, I know that you're an honest, kind, hard person. It feels amazing to get to know you. I must be the luckiest man alive. You gulped down a huge lump in your throat. The warmth of his words felt almost overwhelming. Maverick brought your hand up to his chest. You could feel his heart beating steadily. I can't wait to spend more time with you, Ian. Your heartbeat slowed, almost matching the rhythm of Maverick's. Get closer. Stepping closer to Maverick, you could feel the top of your thighs touch together as his breath on your face and his breath on your face. His face turned a deep crimson as you put your hand on his shoulder to pull him even closer. Ian. Maverick gently lifted your head. You've never been this close to his face before, the tiny details you never noticed before becoming more apparent. They weren't. There was a spot on his face, untouched by his freckles. His lips, although dry, were a deep, nude cherry color. In his eyes, you could pinpoint the exact color of them. The colors all swirled around, making them almost look like little nebulas. Why, quit looking at me like that. Sorry, it's just hard not to. Do I look that silly? Oh gosh, my face must look like a tomato right now. No, you're gorgeous. If anyone is gorgeous, that'll be you. You're prettier than a penelope in spring. Before you could even think, you brought your face to Maverick and kissed him. You could almost feel the utter shock from him as his arms dropped and he grabbed your waist, pulling you closer. His embrace was strong yet warm. It almost felt comforting, if it wasn't for the fact that the kiss felt inexperienced. Maverick pulled away, trying to regain his breath. That was my first kiss. Oh my gosh, really? Maverick, I'm so sorry. No, it's okay. I never kissed anyone before, and I didn't know what to expect. It wasn't bad, was it? You could hear the nervousness voice, his blush deepening, spreading all the way to his ears. No, it was perfect. Just caught me by surprise is all. His hand was still resting on your waist, not fully letting go yet. I can't believe that was your first kiss. Can we say it was ours too? Yeah. And it was with you. Maverick's hand slowly went up and down your waist as you lean in again. We should go. I don't want it to get dark. Maverick quickly let go, and your body strained to miss the warmth as soon as his hands were gone. Maverick started to speed walk to the lake, out of the lake. Hey, wait for me. You and Maverick walked back to the house in silence. Even though you were walking behind him, you could tell Maverick's face was still red. The back of his ears were bright red. He didn't know how to feel about taking his first kiss. God, why didn't I ask beforehand? You wanted to say something to him to break the awkward tension, but no words can leave your mouth. Well, here we are. Sorry. Sorry. What were you going to say? I was going to say thank you for taking me to the lake. I really appreciate it. Thank you as well for helping me, you know? And for that. If you still want to help me set up, I have a few jobs I need to do tomorrow, and it would be helpful to have a hand. Of course, just wake me up whenever you need me. Maverick cleared his throat. Well, good night and all. Maverick turned out the lights before shutting quickly shutting the door. You couldn't blame him for acting a bit awkward. He shared a kiss with the person he basically just met. Your heart pounded to your chest as you engulfed yourself in the covers. You couldn't tell if it was just some sort of star-struck lust or something more. What was I thinking? What am I even thinking? I barely know him. For all I know, he could be a murderer or some sort of weird, creepy guy or in a cult. No matter how much logic you tried to apply to the situation, your brain still didn't want to listen to reason. You didn't know Maverick, but you desperately wanted to. You stared at the black screen. That was your phone. If only you had some charge and some service to ask Jamie for advice. Suddenly you closed your eyes and you fell asleep, still played with the questions about what to do with Maverick. You woke up back at the lake. How did I get here again? You could hear voices in the distance. You ducked under some of the tall grass, trying to listen to it without being seen. You'll be okay. You heard a voice, Maverick? I was so worried. But they're nice. You have no idea if any of this is real. Please let me out of here, Mav. You know this isn't right. You're right. I don't know if it's real, but if it is, I know what'll happen. I'm not gonna let you die here because you're too stubborn to admit that your gut feelings are wrong. They're bleeding out. They won't. You hurt them. Only for a second. You'll cool off for a bit more. The voice faded out. You look over to the tall glass, and there were nowhere to be seen. What was that even about? You hear a silent rustling of the grass once again. You could feel someone's hand creeping up your thigh. It nails digging in, slowly dragging further down, creating big gashes all over your calves. It didn't hurt, but you couldn't move or speak to stop it. Okay, that's kind of creepy. That's our demon, probably. And I think the demon's the angel. Ah! So that was our jump scare. Which gave us a little warning. You woke up, breathing heavily and clenching your blanket. What the heck? What the crap was that thing? You quickly look around your room. It's already morning. It was just a dream, Wyan. It was just a dream. Wyan, breakfast is ready. Thank you, Iris. You tried to shake off the uneasy feeling that was settling in your pit of your stomach. The memory of the dream was too hazy to you, but that thing that was watching you was still so clear. You walked over to the kitchen to be greeted by a small smell of fresh pancakes and maple syrup. You could hear someone flipping pancakes in the background. That clearly wasn't Iris. Maverick was hunched over on the stove, desperately pouring the batter onto the hot skillet and flipping the pancakes into the air. I can't give credit for breakfast today. Maverick was so eager to cook this morning. Maverick's head turned to you, his face clear as a cherry red color. Morning. Well, aren't you staring the day early? Iris chuckled in the background. I have some stuff to take care of in my room. I'll just leave the two of you for breakfast. Iris patted Maverick on the shoulder before leaving the kitchen. Maverick walked over to the table with a huge stack of pancakes, setting it down in front of you. The pancakes that were laid out are all different styles of color in them. I didn't know what pancakes you liked, so I just cooked a bunch of flavors. I think I made blueberry, cinnamon apple, chocolate, raspberry, and regor. There might be a bit more in there if I lost count. Blueberry. You're the second Yandere to give us blueberry pancakes. There was a clown. A ghost clown named Sunny J. Jack. He tried to hold it as best as you could, but you couldn't help but laugh at Maverick's pancakes. What's so funny? You're sweet. How early did you wake up to make these? That's unborn. Just eat your breakfast before it gets cold. Grabbing the pancakes that looked appetizing to you, you sat down next to Maverick. Maverick already had a few in his plate. You didn't know if you should talk about what happened last night. If it's even possible. It was just a kiss. But it was his first kiss, and am I obligated to talk about it first? You didn't want to feel awkward about it, but the tension was thick. You almost could almost cut it with a knife. Maverick was still staring down at his pancakes, scoffing them down, almost like he was avoiding the conversation. Before you can even think about something to say to Maverick, Maverick looked up from his plate, staring at you, after wiping away the crumbs. Look, I don't want to say us to be awkward and all. Last night didn't have to be such a weird thing. We can just let a good memory be there, right? Maverick's hands moved to yours on the table, and unconsciously you grabbed it, his fingers wrapped around your palm. It was fast, too fast. Maverick's feelings for it you seemed to almost have developed out of thin air, yet seemed so sincere, so real to you. You couldn't help but be to trust it. But to trust it, Mavericks gave your hand one last squeeze before standing up and taking the empty plates. If you're still eager to help me, I have some stuff I need to get done in town for the festival. I guess I'll follow you there. Great. Let me grab a few things before we skate out of here. Be back in a sec. Maverick quickly walked out of the kitchen to his room, slamming and locking the door behind him. Hopefully he doesn't get more pomegranates. Those things are a pain in the butt to decorate with. Maverick came back with 2 buckets of candles. What's with all the candles? Well, they're for the townsfolks. I'm guessing we have to give them all the candles to give out all the candles to the people I don't know yet. No, great. They symbolize unity. Each family gets one, and on the day of the festival, everyone lights them and puts them outside their porch. It's a really beautiful sight. It shouldn't take too long, so don't worry if you have something else to do. Maverick reaches into one of the buckets and hands you a candle. His expression softens. Here, take one. It's important that everyone has one, even if you're not staying for the festival. It's still a nice memento, right? You take the candle, feeling its smooth surface in your hands. Something about it feels heavier than it should. So everyone in the town gets one of these. Seems like a lot of work to make so many. Well, there aren't much people in town, and everyone pitches in to make the candles. Well, why don't people take them home after they're done making them? Well, traditionally, the planner needs to pass them out. Trust me, if I had my way, I'll just mail them. But tradition means a lot to us. You drag your shoulders as you grabbed one of the buckets of candles. Oh, these are pretty heavy. Don't worry about carrying them. I'll do that. Maverick grabs the 2 buckets in each hand as you open the door for him. Phew. Now where to start first? Lion, if you could, would you grab the list from my pocket? Oh, I'm sure. You look at the little piece of paper sticking out of Maverick's front pocket. The first family is the Smiths. Oh, the Smiths, they're a lovely bunch. They'll just adore you. Come on this way. Hold on, Maverick, wait up. How is he's this fast with those heavy buckets? You and Maverick started to go door to door, slowly giving away each of the candles. He found it strange how each door he went up to were bombarded with compliments and questions about the city. What's with this town and being so friendly? It feels like a cult. Maverick puts down the buckets, and there were 2 candles left. Aw, man, good thing we're down to the last candle. These buckets weren't doing my back any good favors. So, who's the last on the list? The Johnsons. Perfect, let's take these candles to Mrs. Johnson, then we'll be all done. Knocking over to the house, you knock on the door to be greeted by a very, very old woman. She smiles as she peeks out of her door. Oh my, Maverick, it's that time of year again, ain't it? That's right, Mrs. Johnson. You hand her a candle. She reached out to take it with her fingerless hand. Your eyes widen on their own. You couldn't stop yourself from letting out a shocked grasp. Lion! Oh my god, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to be rude. The old woman let out a soft chuckle. It's quite right. It's a bit of a shocking sight. The old woman nudged Maverick a little, mischievous smirk on her face. Let's hope that they don't act like that later. Right, Miss Johnson. I won't take any more of your time. Miss Johnson waves us goodbye as she shortly closes her door. Don't mind her, Lion. She's a bit of a nut. I think you're all nuts except for your twin brother, but okay. Yeah, sorry for grasping. It's just, I wonder what happened. Now that I think about it, she isn't the first person I've seen missing a few appendages. Well, we're all done. Thanks for all your help. I really appreciate it. Got any more plans for the rest of the day? Not really. I was thinking taking a nap or something along those lines. Well, if you're free, I have one more thing for us to do. Okay, you're not gonna make me haul more candles, are you? Are you? Not this time. But we do need the candle I gave you. Okay, I left it back in the kitchen. I left mine there too. Don't worry. We want to be close to the house anyways. You're making me nervous. What type of candle activity is this? You see, trust me, it's fun. Are we gonna summon something that we shouldn't have? Shouldn't? Maverick grabbed the candles inside in what looked like a small bucket. He carefully placed the pad blanket down on the grass next to the barn. Maverick patted the spot next to him on the blanket. Sitting down, he grabbed the candle that was in front of you. Here. Maverick handed you a very small knife. Wait, are we going to carve the candles? Yeah, it's a fun little thing. Only the planners do to their candles. That actually does sound fun. Told you. Plus, to give me a chance to spend more time with you, other than just doing work. Maverick put down his candle, voice growing softer. Figured since you're heading out soon, I want to make sure we had some time together before things get crazy around here. How crazy is crazy, though? You looked over to Maverick's candle. The carving was already pretty detailed. It was something that looked like a penny. Is there a meaning to what you're carving? Hmm, just something that I have that will make me think of you, yeah, when you're gone. You blush at the memory of Maverick's calling you prettier than a pony. Maverick, didn't know you were such a romantic. Maverick gave you a sly smirk. Uh, is this the one that took my first kiss? He winced at the comment, red encompassing your whole face. Maybe don't bring that up in fact that it was your first kiss. Sorry. Just wanted to mess with you a bit. What have you been carving? Oh, you look down on the candle, carved in small, smiling faces and random doodles. It's not as symbolic as yours. Really? Let me see. Maverick glanced at your candle. I like it. It's very personalized. Whatever. This is like my first time doing this anyways. As you both continue to carve your candles, the sun began to dip low in the sky, casting a warm golden hue around you. I can't believe how quickly the day has gone by. Don't time just have a way of sneaking up on you? He looked up. The warmth in his eyes matched the fading sunlight. A gentle gust of wind brought the scent of fleshy coat dew to grass. Coated grass. So tomorrow is your last day. Are you excited to be back? Not really. I'm not really too thrilled about the idea of going back to work. Well, that's understandable. You could stay here for a bit more time. The festival's only a few days away. We wouldn't change you for staying just a bit longer. That's a nice offer, but I do need to get back to work at some point. Maverick sighs a little under his breath. I wish there was some way for us to keep in touch, once you're gone. Oh, yeah, there's no cell service here. Do you guys have a mailing system? Only inside the town. No, not many mailing companies would want to go out this far. You don't have like a P.O. box? Well, if that's the case, I'm sure to visit again at the B&B. Really? So you like it here? Yeah, the townspeople are nice and the location's pretty. I'll stay here again. I'll give you a B and B and A+. That means a lot to hear. You're having a good time, I mean. You shiver a bit? It's getting colder out here. We should probably get inside before we freeze. Maverick opened the door and quickly led you inside. I'll see you in the morning, okay? Since you're leaving soon, I don't want to bombard you with work tomorrow, so we could just relax if you want like. I really don't mind helping. I wasn't sure what my plans were for tomorrow anyways. Well, aren't you just the sweetest? I'll let you get some rest now. I have a bit more stuff to take care of. Really? At this time of night? I have to go over the farming area to take care of some animals, but I won't be out too long. I'll be safe. Don't worry, I will. Maverick waved goodbye to you before going out to the door once more. You yawned and you felt your eyelids get heavy. The afternoons from today must have wore you out more than you thought. You turned off the lights and got into the bed, eager to sleep, yet your thoughts were racing with nothing but Maverick. Your eyelids closed as you felt yourself drift to sleep. There's something near you. Two faces looked down at your face, horribly disfigured. You could hardly see them, but they started mouthing something to you. L-E-G, leg. Leg? What the? Shh. Cam then shot his hand to your mouth, holding you down to the bed. He tried to claw his thigh while screaming, but no sound could get past his grip. Brr. Calm down. You're frickin' wake him. There isn't much time. Crap. I shouldn't even be helping you. Helping ya, but we can't keep going on like this. Camden shoved something in your face. It looked like something old, busted up painting, until you took a closer look. You shoved the photo off as you as well as Camden. What the crap would you show me that? Just when I got that stupid thing out of my mind, too. Like, what is it? My curiosity's like, what is it? You don't find it strange how I have a painting of your own freaking dream? It gave Camden a confused look. Whatever. I don't care. I don't have time. We need to do this quick. Camden shoved the little button in your hands. What the heck is this? I have to stay here, or he'll be suspicious if I leave. But you run. After you get out of that front door, run. Get to the cornfield and take a right, then run straight through the corn. You should be able to find your car there, or at least the pathway back to the highway. Click that button when you feel like you're close enough. It'll give you it closes 5 minutes after you click it. What are you talking about? A gate. There's no time. Just frickin' go. Let's do what he says. It wasn't a coincidence. You looked at the pain down at your feet. You didn't know if it wasn't he of the moment, but you just grabbed your stuff and the button that Camden gave you and quickly got out of your room. Camden nodded to you before you left. You didn't stop running. You couldn't. You were riding on autopilot. You're not even remembering what path Camden told you to take. You didn't know if it was your imagination or something else, but you swore you heard heavy boots chasing you down. Where am I? Tears streamed down your face as your heart pounded. You needed to find your car. What am I doing in this what am I going to do? What the crap am I going to do? You hear something rustling in the bushes. You froze. A deer trotted near over to where you were. It was far enough and dark enough where you couldn't make out the features. I need you. Okay, that deer is demonic. Your body stood in place. It was like a force was making you stare at the disfigured deer. I'll enjoy you the most, I think. The way your body will bleed in, or the for me. I just can't wait. Sweat comes down your brow as you felt your legs regain motion. I'll let you run. I like it when they run. I just can't wait anymore. You scream as a deer ran full speed towards you. The deer started to rip off chunks of flesh from you, almost like it was trying to peel off your skin. You could feel its teeth sink into your bones as it started tear at your arms, face, and legs. You kept screaming until your voice became hoarse. It just kept ripping you apart, and just as it started, it was over, and the deer fled off. You were left on the ground, laying in your own juices and giblets. Inning 2 couldn't wait. Run. You ran as fast as you could. You ran as fast as you could, away from the deer. You kept running and running without even once looking back. You didn't want to risk it. Something grabbed you by the arm as you ran past more of the corn. You let out a loud scream as you started to hit whatever was touching you. Let me go, let me go. Hey, calm down, it's just me. You didn't know what to believe anymore. You didn't know if Maverick was just another twisted nightmare trying to lure you into a false sense of security. In the hysteria, you started to hit Maverick's chest hard as he brought you close, hugging you tight. Stop, he'll kill us both if we don't run. Shh, it's okay. Maverick brought you down to the ground with him, still holding you tight, and you tried to fight against his strong grip, but it was no use. You kept looking around your surroundings, trying to find signs of the deer. Please, Maverick, he'll kill me. Maverick rubbed you back, while you're still flimsy, sitting in his lap. It's okay. It's not here, darling. There's no one here but me. I'm sure it gets scary out at night. Yeah? I'm sorry Cannon scared you. Maverick walked you back and forth in his lap as she kept hyperventilating. It's going to. You have to believe me. I saw it. I won't let it get to you, alright? I promise I'll protect you. Tonight. Nothing's going to happen to you as long as I'm here. Maverick hugged you close, and you felt his breaths slow and heavy, and started matching it in yours. You felt your heartbeat slow as you looked around the cornfield again. It was just a cornfield, and there was weren't any deer. Did I forget to take my meds? What the heck even happened? I don't know what happened anymore. It's all messed up. Why would this place feel so wrong? It ain't wrong. It's Camden who's wrong. I can't believe he got out just to scare you like that. Almost got you hurt. Why did he say these things, though? Why did he have a picture of something I dreamed of? That painting was something he drew himself a while ago. Are you sure it was in your dream? You aren't sure. The dream was foggy, and you couldn't even remember the painting. All you can remember was the feeling it brought you. I'm sorry. I didn't tell you sooner, but my brother, he ain't right in the head. I love him, but sometimes he's acting out. It got us a bit of trouble. He's not a fan of festivals. It's too loud for him. So when he gets close, he, starts trying to scare people into not doing it. But trying to scare you directly, it was completely off its rocker this time. Hearing Maverick's expiration made you feel more at ease. Camden wasn't really making sense. He was just kind of babbling when he came over to you. Where's he now? Bed rest. Ma is taking care of him right now, until he feels better. I promise you won't see him anymore as long as you're with me. His hold becomes soft, the warmth of his body slamming down any lingering fears that reside in you. Looking over at Maverick's face, you could feel the warmth of his eyes. Did he always look so sweet? Being this close to him, you could smell something, a kind of fresh grass and damp lavender. His lips are parted as he stares back at you. The space in between you two are almost non-existent as he kept holding you. Should I let go now? I want to stay with you. Okay, let's stay a bit longer. You You won't get cold, alright? Alright? Shaking your head, you pressed deeper into Maverick's chest. Maverick? Your voice came out in a whisper and held him tight. Maverick's eyes widened in shock, and he could hear his heart pound in his chest. Yeah? I don't think I'm scared anymore. Your hands find their way to his chest, resting on top. You could feel his breath rise and fall. That's good. I'm so glad. The air around you shifts as Maverick brings up his hand to move the hair out of your face, but his touch lingers a bit longer. You both freeze for a second as you realized where this is heading. The atmosphere was thick and with tension, not from the fear anymore, but from something just as exciting. Before he could say anything, Maverick's head dips down to as its lips brush against yours. You tilt your head upon closing the space in between. His hands slide up your back and under your shirt as the kiss deepens. The fear that once gripped you so tightly earlier was long forgone and replaced by thoughts of Maverick's heated hands. He pulls away as he slowly starts traveling his kisses down your neck. You lean back as you try to contain yourself for letting out an embarrassed noise. Oh, hold on! Maverick stops and takes off his shirt before placing it on the ground, before slowly laying down on top of it, slowly laying you down on top of it. The fabric felt so thick under you. Better? Yes. You slowly nod as you look at Maverick's completely shirtless. Won't you be cold? Maybe. Why won't warm me up? Your breath hitched before you could grab him by his shirt, his waist, pulling his body completely on top of you until you felt something. I'm sorry, just got a bit excited. I've been wanting to do this for so long, Ryan. How long? Do what? To hold ya, feel your warmth against mine, to see what you look like in my arms. Maverick's hands came up to your face as he gently caressed your neck, making you shiver and squirm under his thick plaid shirt. The stars reflected off his eyes, making them look like small galaxies. You didn't know what to say. You were worried you said something. It would ruin the moment you two were having. Do you feel the same way? Maverick's voice was honey, sweet as his hands traveled your shoulder, rubbing it, his nails going up and down lightly under your skin. He waited for the answer. Yes, I do. Maverick smiled at you, laying his face closer to yours, his breath hot on your skin. I'm happy, Ryan. So happy, Ryan. Maverick slowly kissed all over your face. Without warning, he wrapped you up in his arms tenderly. You could feel him pull a bit of his weight on you, trapping you just enough to where you didn't feel suffocated. He nestled his head into the crook of your neck. I love you too, Ryan. Did you say that you loved him? Was that the way what you agreed to? You didn't know. Your mind couldn't register the coherent logical thoughts at this moment. I love you so much. Never kissed your ear, causing your neck to heat up even more. I need more of you. Our time is almost up. Won't you stay with me until the festival? You stayed silent. Maverick held you tighter. I want to stay with you longer too, Maverick. I'll stay for the festival. I'm sure just a day more won't be too bad. That makes me so happy, Ryan. Maverick's hands traveled down, tracing your body as he went. You couldn't. He would back up at you, waiting for you to ask him to continue. Is that right? Your eagerly nod, waiting for his touch. You didn't know how long it it went for last night. Maverick's body was warm and covering that almost felt like a drug. Because it probably was. Your eyes open as you could hear birds chirp outside your walls. Good morning, sleephead. You jump, seeing Maverick at the foot of your bed, just watching you. Ain't ya jumpy? What's wrong? Have you have a fun night yesterday? You're the second Yandere to ask me if tell me I'm jumpy. That was Peter. What are you doing in my room? You were asleep for a while, for quite some time, so I wanted to check up on you. Looking over at the clock, he saw the time. 2:45 p.m. Why didn't you wake me? With the day you had yesterday, I figured it would be best to let you sleep in a little longer. Wow, I can remember the last time I slept for that long. Maverick reached over and playfully ruffled your hair, making your bed head even messier. Well, whenever you're ready, I have lunch on the table for you. Your cheeks warmed as you remember last night, Maverick holding you close. Thanks, Maverick. Maverick nodded to you before silently shutting the door, letting you get ready. I don't remember getting into bed. Did he bring me here last night? The thought was almost too embarrassing to dwell on. Calm down. Calm yourself, Lion. As you get ready, you couldn't help but feel a bit melancholy. Sure you were staying for an extra day, but when you leave, there's no way of contacting Maverick until you go to bed and breakfast again. You didn't want to think about how your time with him was almost over. Jamie is going to get a kick out of this. Jamie might have already had experiences with him. Made you an omelet and sausage. Let me know if you're still hungry. I could whip up some since you didn't get much of a chance to eat earlier today. You took a seat at the table, and the small, freshly cooked food making your stomach grumble. Maverick watched as you watched you with a mix of amusement and concern. Is he thinking about last night? You both said in silence at the table as you slowly chewed on your food. Your thoughts kept drifting to last night. Maverick's embrace was so warm, it was almost like his arms were still around you. Putting the fork down, you finally acknowledged Maverick. Maverick, you really helped me yesterday. I'm just so freaked out that you were just right there at the right time, like you were planning this. I just don't know how to thank you. Lion. Maverick slightly grabbed your arm, bringing it to his lips to kiss it. I'm more than happy to help you. You weren't yourself last night, and that wasn't your fault. I know. I just don't want you to think I'm some sort of crazy person, or someone who freaks out at everything. Maverick held your hand, rubbing the top of it with his thumb. You ain't crazy. I definitely don't view you that way, if that's what you're thinking. It's okay to rely on you. You know. You have become quite close to some. We have become quite close in a short amount of time. His voice was soft. It was like the words he spoke was dropping your guard more and more. Like this is what he's planning. Was it? I barely know him, but why do I just trust him full-heartedly? Well, since you're staying a little longer, why don't you help me more with decorating? It should be a bit fun. Oh yeah, the festival's tomorrow, right? Maverick nodded. as his foot started to shake. On the side that you get to see it. Finishing your food, Maverick grabbed your plate. Yeah, sure you don't want anything else? I don't mind cooking more. No, it's okay, I'm pretty full from that. Maverick nodded before washing the dishes. You felt at ease. It felt like you and Maverick were almost playing house with how nurturing he was being. Like he's trying to fatten me up. Maverick held me out his arm like he was waiting for you to take it. Ready to go? Linking arms with him, you nod your head shyly as he led you into town. The town was a bit more lively as you and Maverick walked around. People started to stop and stare at you two. Their shocked faces turned joyous as when your eyes locked with them. Lion, yeah, wait here. I'm gonna grab some of the decorations then we could start. Okay, I'll be here then. Maverick walked off to one of the markets. You stretched your back, waiting for him. People passed you by you, their eyes lingering a bit too long. Do I look bad? You looked down at your outfit, trying to find any stains. Got 'em. Maverick walked back to you, with bags of decorations, paper streamers, balloons, and all sorts of colorful objects. Taking out some nails and hammer, Maverick handed you some streamers. I should be tall enough to hammer these on. Could you just hand me the decorations? Yeah, of course. As you hand Maverick the decorations, you notice more and more people gathering nearby, watching the two of you work. You felt like the two of you were almost on display. You sure are quiet, Lion. Something on your mind? No, just feel like everyone's watching us. Maverick chuckled, but it felt almost strained. They're just aside for the festivities. There's also quite the looker next to me. You shove the next batch of decorations in Maverick's hands, trying to conceal your heating face. Quiet, you. Looking around again, you saw that the crowd was now gone, leaving the town almost looking completely empty. Where did everyone go? Maverick hummed as he continued to hit the nails in. Probably getting ready for the ceremony. There's a lot of prep everyone has to do in the town after all. Really? What kind of prep work? Just getting outfits ready. It's a traditional to bring your favorite set of clothes for the harvest as a sort of cleansing. Bleach your favorite set of clothes. That's pretty cool. Do I have to bleach my clothes too? Oh, for you, I wouldn't say it's required unless you really want to get into the spirit of this festival. It's like bleach clothes. I'm getting out of here. In that case, yeah, why not? Maverick stopped just putting up the decor for a second as he slowly turned his head to you. Really? His voice was filled with so much joy, almost as if he just accepted some sort of proposal. Yeah, why not? Though I don't think I brought any of my favorite clothes. Oh, don't mind the specifics of any old clothes. Will do just fine. Once you've done out here, I'll bring out the bleach for us. You and Maverick made quick work of the decorations, and while it didn't look quite like much, you still felt a bit of pride after helping so much. All done. We make a pretty good team. You and Maverick both stood in the middle of the town, admiring your work. It was so quiet and peaceful. The dim golden light of the sun made the whole place light up in warmth. Maverick bit his lip, his gaze falling to the ground, his lips tightened, as though he were grappling with something he wanted to say. The air around you felt heavy, humid, and thick, with a tension that seemed to mirror Maverick's expression. You know why and I... Yes, Maverick? Where do you see yourself in the future? You let a heavy sigh. Not sure, probably still working. Maybe adopt a pet or something in a few years. Maverick chuckled, but it sounded solemn. Do you like your life? Do you like working in the city and all that? Of course I do. Sure, work isn't always fun, but it can burn me out. But it's my livelihood. I don't think I could trade it for anything. I see. Maverick's expression softened, but a hint of sadness lingers even as he smiled. What's wrong? Oh, nothing. Just thinking about things. Come on. Let's get you set up for the bleaching. So wrong. As you walked back there, Maverick's fingers brushed against yours. His voice was heavy, very soft now, like he wasn't in mourning. Tickling kind might be. You look good in white. I'm excited to see you tomorrow. You both continued towards the house. Though the silence was nice, it was tingled with an awkwardness you couldn't quite place. Even as you worked yourself to bleach your clothes, you couldn't shake the feeling that something weighed on Maverick's mind. Lion, you stir, still half asleep, when you felt a light touch your shoulder, then a ticklish poke on your side. Ah! Morning, Lion. You blink, awake to see Maverick, grinning mischievously as he gave your side another gentle poke. Hey, quit that. Laughing, you swat at his hand. Come on, you don't want to miss the festival, right? Right, I'm up. I made quite the special breakfast for you. Let me get out of your hair so you can get ready. Here. Maverick handed you your clothes. The color was completely drained out of them, leaving them as pristine white color. Wow, that's some really strong bleach. He's a little pink. Yeah, only the best for this occasion. I'm wearing blue light glasses. That's why I had to look. Maverick shot you a smile before he closed your door. Sighing on the clothes, the fabric felt a little different, way more light and kind of thin. The bleach must have burned a layer off or something, or it's not the same clothes. Last day here, I should probably pack my clutter before I get preoccupied with the festival. Folding your clothes, you grabbed your phone off the bedside table and tried turning it on, only to get met with no battery sign. I'll charge it in the car. Tossing it into your bag, you zipped it up and headed into the kitchen to meet Maverick. Maverick sat on the table, something rather large in his hand. As soon as your footsteps entered the kitchen, Maverick shot straight to you, up to greet you. I'm not sure if you like flowers or not, but I wanted to get you a little something to thank you. Thank you. Maverick pulled a hefty bouquet of pilfies from behind his back, handing it to you gently. The flowers were in full bloom, a shade of cream and light color, contrasting against the dark lavender and vibrant green leaves. Oh, Maverick, this bouquet is gorgeous, but I'll worry don't riddle my car on the drive back. You noticed Maverick's face tense for a split second before he gently took back the bouquet. Don't worry. Maverick unwrapped the arrangement and placed the flowers skillfully into the large wooden vase. The flowers settled in perfectly, as if they were meant to be there. They'll stay right here, soaked up in the water until you're ready to go, okay? Nodding, you turn your attention to the plate of food on the table. Your jaw dropped. You made this You made this just this morning? Yeah, you mean the croissant? Yeah, I made that this morning, freshly baked. Croissant. Corant. Croissant. Corant? Croissant. Sure. My mom told you a lot of the city folk like them, so I wanted to make one for you. It's like, to be fair, I'm technically not saying it the right way because it's a French word. You took a bite of the croissant, and it was so buttery and delicate, it's almost melted in your mouth. Oh my god, I'm going to miss the food here. Maverick walked behind your chair, resting his hand on your shoulders as you ate, though the gesture was unexpected and his touch was comforting. You know, I'm pretty good cook and baker. Maverick's voice thickened with a sound that almost like sorrow. His fingers trailed up to the top of your head, guiding softly through your hair, each touch feeling hypnotic. Whatever you want, whatever dish, I can make it for you, even if it's some fancy city dish or some kind of ethical cuisine. I'll make it for you. Okay, takoyaki. Takoyaki. You said you can make anything. Takoyaki. I can learn anything for you. You wouldn't even miss a thing. Your head felt fuzzy and light. It was difficult to focus on his words as his gentle head massage whirled you. What was that? Nothing. Finish up, okay? Everyone's waiting for us to start the activities. Maverick sat down next to you, taking your plate as soon as you were finished. Maverick softly grabbed your hand as he led you out of the kitchen. The town was alive with energy, the streets overflowing with cheerful voices echoing off the buildings. On one corner, groups of people played lively tunes on violins, drums, and tambourines, filling the air with a catchy rhythm. There were people handing out free food, and a few children were playing what looked like almost old-style carnival games. While in the middle, people danced around in a circle to the music. Man, look, apple bobbing. Apple bobbing? I haven't seen the game since I was in middle school. I don't think I've actually seen it in person. Movies, but not in actual real life. Maverick pulled you over to the game. Hey, wait. I'm not done. I'm not sure if I remember how to play. As you ducked your head into the water with Maverick, you couldn't help but laugh at his excitement to play such a children's game. Much to your dismay or delight, Maverick made you play each of the games. Each of the vendors greeted you with a cheerful smile in gratitude for the work they'd done by setting up the festival. Oh, they're probably thankful for something else too. Maverick pulled you to the middle of the crowd of dancers. Maverick, I'm not really the best dancer. Maybe we should skip this activity. Come on, that's nuts. Everyone dances at the festival. I don't know. Everyone here looks pretty in sync. Don't worry about it. Maverick took both of your hands in his. I take it you've never line danced before? Nope. I live in a state that's technically a little bit of a country. Tiny bit of a country. That's all desert. You shook your head. I'll lead you. I'll lead ya. Just follow my feet, okay? Okay. Maverick stepped forward with a little bounce in his heels. The movements were so laxed, yet precise, and you couldn't help but laugh as you tried to match his rhythm. Okay, now, first step to your left, then your right, and spin. You stumble as you attempt to spin, while still holding his hands, but Maverick pulled you back up close to him. See, you're natural. After a few rounds, you start to get the hang of it. As you and Maverick start to dance over the town, onlookers start to clap. With your rhythm, the cheers and whistles only added to your energy. After a while, people start to settle down as you and Maverick sit on the ground, feet hurting a bit from dancing for so long. You two make a pretty good dancer. You make a pretty good dance partner. You aren't so bad yourself after all that talk about not knowing how to dance. You and Maverick both stared at the sun going down. Maverick's expression turned grim as he stood up. When, before the festival is over, I want to talk to you. You quickly stood up, with how serious Maverick sounded. Oh, I'm sure. Maverick led you out of the town and back to the house. You could see the town folks' eyes almost follow you as you both left the festival. It's got pretty dark really quick. Lion. Maverick clapped both of your hands as he kneels down on the ground. Maverick? Why are you? Please don't speak right now. I won't be able to say this later. When I just want you to know Maverick took a deep breath in. You know, I was worried for a long time, ever since I knew I'll be the planner. Maverick's voice was barely a whisper. His voice twisted something between fear and resolve. I'm okay with all the things that were going to happen to me. I could live with that, but you, I didn't know who would be staying here, I'll be bringing in. I'm just so glad it's you, Lion. He reached out, almost trembling. You're everything to me. Maverick pulled you close, his arms still a steel around you, but something in his grip made you shiver. Maverick, where is this coming from? Maverick's voice croaked, his eyes distant. I'm sorry before this starts. I need you to know I'm so sorry. Before you could even register his words, he threw you to the ground, the impact driving the air out of your lungs. Ah! He moved quickly, pulling a thick rope from his belt, his face filled with determination. What are you doing? You scrambled back, clawing at the ground, but his boot pinned you down, his weight forcing you flat against the ground. Don't fight. It'll be over soon, I promise. The pressure increased. A loud snap ran through the air. Ah! You screamed, the pain warring your body immediately as tears blurred your vision. Helpless, you felt him try to rope tightly, his hands trembling. Maverick's voice became a frantic whisper as he knelt beside you, running a hand shakily along your back, oblivious to the agony it caused. Shh, it's okay. You're all right. You tried to choke out the plea, but the pain was binding. Your thoughts slipping in and out, a focus you didn't even notice the crowd, suddenly caving in on you and Maverick. Maverick's muttering grew louder, frantic, his hand pressing it against your hair. Gentle. Oh God. What am I doing? A familiar face broke through the crowd, Iris's voice cutting through your screams. Maverick! Look at them. Do you want them dead before the ritual even starts? Maverick looked up, wide-eyed, face pale as he loosens his grip on you. I'm sorry, Ma. I just didn't want them to get away. Iris lets out an exasperated sigh, taking Maverick by the arm and leading him inside, her voice low and commanding. Tell them it's time. Okay, this definitely was a cult. And that, the deer is demonic. The angel might have been demonic. Maverick nods only, his expression haunted as he knelt down beside you once more. For a ritual to seed, we must each offer a piece of ourselves, for our God may thrive and let us live. This is definitely giving me a certain episode of Supernatural vibes. About a small town. Maverick and Harvest Festival. Maverick's voice trembled, his hands reaching out to steady you, his eyes filled with something beyond fear. Once I give my part and you give yours, our lives will be bonded as one. Lion? He pulled you close, his body shaking as he clenched you tightly. You're the only one for me. Maverick's lips press against your cheek, and a chill runs down your spine as his words slunk into your stomach, twisting with disgust. You ready? Maverick nodded, his face going pale as he stood. The crowd closed in around him. Their once neutral expressions turned grim as Iris revealed a cleaver and a screwdriver. Glinting in the dim light, silence fell over the onlookers as Maverick knelt before his mother, his body rigged with anticipation. I think I would take Peter. Being locked up with Peter right now. Without hesitation, Iris took the screwdriver and plunged it into his right ear. Maverick screamed, tore through the air as he collapsed, riddling in agony. 5 townspeople seized him, pinning him down as Iris flipped the cleaver into her hand and knelt beside her son. The sickening crunch of bone and cartilage surrounded as she began to slice through his ear, blood pouring down his neck. Tortured cries echoing through the night. The sound was painful. It felt like it was rattling your lips. Maverick's screams were relentless, piercing the air and calling out your sanity. You tried to look away, but something forced his presence, held your gaze, demanding you watch. Ugh. Iris gripped the last bit of tissue. That sounded not sound good. Iris gripped the last bit of tissue, tearing the ear free from his skull. Blood spraying across her hand, and Maverick lay there, shivering, his eyes glazed with pain as the crowd stood still. Maverick's gaze drifted to the night sky, his lips moving to barely whisper. Let my pain suffice as a sacrifice to our Katyn Gory. Praise Agara. Okay, yeah, I definitely take Peter. The ragged remains of his ear bled profoundly, staining his neck and his shirt an endless stream of red. Two villagers rushed forward to bandage him, stuffing Khan into what was once his ear, while Maverick glanced pale and disoriented. Gosh, it's strange, can't even tell where sounds are coming from. Maverick, no more talk. Iris paused, pressed the quiver into his hands, her gaze unreadable as he took it, fingers trailing over the smooth, cold handle before he turned to you. Lion. Maverick approached you slowly, your body trembling as you tried to scream, to move, but the bonds held you tight. Maverick knelt down beside you, gently taking hold of your left leg. Dropping you forward in the center of the circle, he struggled desperately, but he pressed his boots against your face, holding you firm. At least it's our left leg. Because if it's our left leg, we could actually still drive. I will say. No, especially if it's United States, Canada, you could still drive without your left leg. Unless you're driving stick, then we're kind of screwed. I'm sorry, there's no gentle way. Or manual, I mean. I'm sorry, there's no gentle way to do this, darling. He rubbed your leg softly, twisted comfort, only making you more on edge as he tried to scream for mercy. But with his ears gone, your muffled cries went unheard. With his ear gone. Hey, one ear is still working. Maverick touched the edge of the cleaver. This is just... Okay, yeah, I definitely would take Peter, even though he does cut our foreleg into technically 2 routes. That was because we tried to escape. This is more insane. It's gonna take a bit. Cleaver isn't the right tool to cut human bone. The cleaver came down, piercing skin and muscle with sickening precision, nearly reaching the bone on the first strike. Tougher than I thought. Maybe if the blade came down again. Sticking bone, you scream. You only experienced this amount of agony before. You thought you would pass out by now from the sheer amount of shock, but your body stayed inhumanly aware. Maverick grimaced as he pulled the cleaver from your thigh bone. His hands shaking as he raised it once more. I should try to finish it quickly for you. Blow after blow, the cleaver hacked through your muscle and tendons. Each blow sending a new wave of pain down as you could feel your thigh start to fall off your hip. Finally, with a sickening crack, the bone gave way, and your leg fell limp, severed completely. You lay there, numb, vision boring, as you desperately wished death would take away the other agony you felt. Maverick set down the cleaver, his face filled with regret, as he leaned down over you, stroking your hair in an attempt at comfort. Just mouth the words with me. Maverick lowered his head, his mouth soft in your ear. Let my pain suffice as a sacrifice for our category, please, Agra. Your lips moved in a daze, making his prayer, ending for easy harvest. Yes, let's go back. Can we please go back? Maverick nodded as he helped you up. His hands are holding you tight. How are you feeling? Better. I don't think I'm scared anymore. That's good. I'm so glad. The hair around you shifts as Maverick brings up his hand to move some hair out of your face. Before you could even think about grabbing Maverick, you grabbed Maverick, pulling him into a tight hug. Shocked, Maverick wrapped his arms around you. His embrace was comforting and warm. You found yourself never wanting to let go. I've been wanting to do this for so long, Ryan. Do what? To hold you. Feel your warmth against mine. You're so sweet. I wish you could stay longer with me. I'm not ready to say goodbye. Would you stay with me until the festival? You stay silent and Maverick held you tighter. No. I can't. Maverick, this place already isn't making me feel uncomfortable. I have to work. Maverick, this place already isn't making me uncomfortable, and I have to work. I can't stay any longer. But Camden's gone. I've been doing everything right. Everything. Maverick's grip drew tighter. I started to hyperventilate. You know how stressful this has even been for me? I'm concerned to ya. I'm catering to ya. I tried to charm ya, but you just don't even care. It's like I can't get for you at all. Maverick, what are you saying? Ma was right. She's always right. I should just done it like we've always done it. Maverick, before he could even react, Maverick pulled his hands around your neck, squeezing hard. You can't scream. No air was able to enter, or both of you, or some out of you. You desperately tried to claw him off, but he just way too strong. Where am I? You woke up in a bed of hay, fingers brushed against your neck, feeling the bruises swelling in your neck. Looking around, a horrible feeling started to settle in. Okay, I want to read this. Please let me be sweet, Maverick. Let me harvest with weather. Looking around, a horrible feeling started to settle in. Oh my god. Oh, kind of looks like the thing we saw. The eyes. You stagger to your feet and rush forward. The two heavy oak doors, desperately trying to pry them open. Help, let me out of here. Hey! No matter how hard you pushed, the door wouldn't budge. They felt like they were made of solid stone, unmovable. With each failed attempt, your panic grew. After what seemed like eternity of trying, he slumped into the cold, dusty floor, shaking. What's going on? I was just with Maverick a second ago, until he tried to strangle me. Maverick, well, I'm gonna go. Maverick, you tried to kill me because I said I wanted to leave. Your situation became all the more clear. You don't know why Maverick choked you, but you suspected he was coming back here to finish the job later. Okay, get up on the window, get see if I can get the wood off, and then hit him with it. I have to get up. If I do nothing, I'll die. Your leg wobbled as you force yourself to stand, scanning a dim room for any possible escape. There's no light switch in here. Is there no light switch in here? Looking around the hay, you found your bag of stuff. My phone. You pull it out, but as soon as you press the power button, the screen remained black. Crap, none of this stuff is useful. You search for your clothes, trying to find something that could be somewhat useful. Perfect. You grab your lighter at the bottom of your bag, as well as the candle Maverick gave you. Please still have some fluid left. Pushing down the lighter a few times, some sparks start to fly, finally lighting the candle. I like my candle. Finally, some light in here. Holding the candle up to the room, some sort of painting and drawings of what looked like a demon. Oh, I thought that was a window. What is this place? Some kind of church? Your fingers traced the carvings on the wall, rough under your touch. They weren't just random etchings, they were prayers. Prayers? Many of the prayers were saying stuff about bountiful harvest and strength in tough times, but few caught your eye in particular. Please give me strength to take my lovely Iris's arm. Harvey. Oh, so, Harvey's the dad, and he was the one that took Iris's arm. Please let my son have a speedy recovery after the harvest, Iris. Please give me strength to lose my eye for the town. Please let my partner be sweet for me after the harvest, Maverick. What is this all about? What is all this? Your eyes widened as you heard the knock on the door. You put your back against the wall, holding the candle as you only form of defense. I hear you, Ryan. So you're finally up. That's good. I was wondering if I hurt you too much. Maverick, right? What the heck did you lock me in here? I'm doing what I should have done beforehand. I was trying to be kind to you, but we have the rest of our lives to learn how to love each other after this. What are you talking about? Maverick, please let me out of here. I promise I won't tell a soul. Please, I don't want to die here. You could hear Maverick's huff from the other side of the cellar door. Crap, you got the wrong idea, you know. You ain't gonna die. You're actually going to be doing something noble. I can't tell you until tomorrow, but nothing bad is gonna happen to you, okay? I promise. But you choked me. You hurt me, Maverick. You scream at the door. It's like you definitely took some notes from Peter. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just need you to sleep. But I still would rather the demonic stuff is probably where I probably would take Peter over at Maverick. You said way too much already. I already said too much already. Get some more rest before tomorrow. You need it. Maverick! Looking around the room again, you feel helpless. There aren't many openings that were big enough for you to get through. Oh, I might be able to get through here. Just might. You lay down on the bed of hay. Once again, tears welling in your eyes as you drift to sleep. While keeping the candle burning the place down. You woke to the sound of happy music playing. The morning sun barely sleeping in the dark cellar. You could hear cheerful voices and dancing outside. Running over to the door, you started banging on it again, hoping to grab someone's attention. Help! Hey, I'm trapped in here. Well, looks like Maverick has to marry a screamer. The realization dawned on you, and that no one was going to help you. And fun seemed to be in the fact that you were trapped in a cellar. Please, help me. No, he definitely. I'm not a screamer. My voice. If I actually scream, my voice will actually crack more than this, and my throat will hurt for a couple of days. Your voice cracked. The last of your strength faded as you pressed your forehead against the door. The cheerful music from outside still filled the air, clasping horribly with your growing fear. The laughter, the crapping, it felt cruel. But the whole town was mocking you. As the minutes drag on, you crawl back to the hay, your body shaking. The music outside continued as you closed your eyes, trying to drown it out. You woke up still laying on the soft hay. You could still hear people outside, yet there was no cheerful music. But before you could even gather your thoughts, the heavy cellar door cracked open, and the cold rush of air hit your face. What? Before you could react, rough hands grabbed you. 4 men stormed in the cellar, their grips firm as they yanked you to your feet. A thrash kicked wildly, your heart pounding in your chest. You fought against them and everything you had. What are you doing? Let me go. Hold them still. One grabbed you from behind, slammed you into the ground. You could hear your ribs crack under the harsh wood. You let pain yell as the men got on top of you, straining your hands and feet and gagged you with cloth. You twisted, you could feel the rope painfully digging in your flesh. The men looked up at each other, satisfied with the work, as they dragged you out of the cellar. Everyone outside of the house started the crowd. The men threw them on the grass in front of everyone. Maverick pushed past everyone and kneeled down to your level. Ryan, I'm sorry about the roughness. I can take that off of you soon, don't worry. But before I can say it, but before then, I have something to say to you. You could hear the cheers in the background, and Maverick grabbed something from his pocket. Ryan, he placed a pony in front of you. Golly, it's just not how I envisioned my wedding. Wedding? It's like this is how you court people. Where's Peter at? Like, I'm your boyfriend first. Okay, I'm joking, Elson. In front of you, in order for our richer the work, we need to give a piece of ourselves to our God to thrive and let us live. Once I give up my piece and you give up yours, our two paths will collide and will be one. Ryan. Maverick pulled you into a hug, and you could feel his body shake. You're the only one for me. Maverick kissed your cheek, and you felt disgusted. You ready? Maverick nodded before standing up. The crowd of people surrounded him as he looked up at the sky. Let the harvest begin. People's face turned solemn as Iris brought out a cleaver and screwdriver. Maverick kneeled on the ground in front of his mom before she took the screwdriver and jammed it into his right ear, causing Maverick to wail out in pain and fall over. 5 of the townspeople held him down as Iris flipped the knife around and kneeled down to her son, stabbing the ear into his bone. Our courage. She started to cut through the ear. You could hear the bones break and the blood start to spout and drip down from his eardrum. Maverick's screams were so violent it almost felt like they were shaking your ribs. You were mortified. Trying to look away was useless. It was almost like the presence was making you watch. Iris tugged at the remaining bit of ear, breaking off Iris's Maverick's skull, making him completely deaf in one ear. Maverick shook on the floor in pain, rolling around with tears in his eyes, making quite the pathetic display. That's not pathetic. The entire situation of the trying this is probably the 21st century is a little bit. You were shaken that he didn't pass out due to the sheer horror of it. After a while, Maverick remained still and he got off from the ground. He felt nauseous as he looked at Maverick's earless right side that was gushing out blood. Maverick looked at the sky. His eyes welled up with tears. Will my pain suffice as a sacrifice for a continued glory? Praise Agra. Maverick's voice came out in pain whispers. The remains of his ears were jagged, and blood on it never drying because of the endless flow. After a few townspeople came to Maverick to aid as he bandaged up his ear, trying to stop the bleeding. Maverick glanced down pain as they shoved Khan in what was once his ear. Gosh, Maverick looked painfully confused as he looked around. It's hard to pinpoint where sounds are. Maverick, there's no time to talk. Iris handed Maverick what looked like a meat cleaver. Maverick took the cleaver, feeling the smooth handle before he turned to you. Lie in. Maverick slowly walked over to you. He tried to scream, inch away, but with how bond you were, it seemed impossible. Maverick neared you and carefully took your left leg and started to drag you into the middle of the crowd. He flashed around as he did before Maverick placed the boot onto your face, keeping you still. I'm sorry, there's no way I could do this sweetly to ya. Just think happy thoughts. Maverick rubbed your leg softly. He tried to beg for mercy, but it was no use. He couldn't even hear your muffled plea, with his right ear gone. He touched a sharp side of the cleaver. This might take a while. It's hard to cut human bone with a meat cleaver. Maverick brought the cleaver down as it broke the first layer of skin and fat, almost hitting the bone in the first time. Well, this is tougher than I thought. I think if I just Maverick brought it down once more as it hit the bone, and he let out a loud scream that could be heard for your gag. Your pure agony you felt you couldn't even put into thoughts. Your mind was blank, only thinking of pain. Maverick brought the cleaver up again, having a bit of trouble since it was stuck in the bone of your thigh. I'm sorry. I should make this quick for you. Maverick started hacking at your leg each time he cut. You could feel the tendons and muscle disconnect. With one final heavy cut, your bone was completely off. You lay there motionless as you numb of the leg bled out. You felt lightheaded as you looked down to where your leg once were, completely severed from you. Maverick placed his cleaver as he started to rub your head, trying to give you some comfort. Just move your lips for me. Maverick moved down to your ear and started to whisper in prayer. Let my pain suffice as a sacrifice for your category, plays Agra. Mouthing the prayer softly, Maverick patched you up. Ending free, what a beautiful harvest. And that was Sunlit Grove. If you like my content, please subscribe. That was Sunlit Grove. If you like my content, please subscribe, like the video, and help a lot, and comment down below. I'll see you guys next time.